Hi, this is Annie Coburn with Fab Places. Welcome to Smithville Jamboree. Smithville, Texas is centrally located between Houston, Austin, San Antonio, and Bryan College Station. In 1827, Thomas Gasley set up a store here in the Smithville area. And many of the people came and gathered and made homesteads here. But Smithville was actually named after another early resident, William Smith. In 1887, the railway came to Smithville, causing it to be a big boom town. Today, the population is a little bit less than 4,000 folks. But the neat thing about Smithville is that it has 206 National Register landmarks here in this city, which makes it perfect for film companies wanting to shoot movies here. And Smithville is very accommodating to the film industry coming here. For example, Hope Floats, which was done in the late 90s. Such movies as The Tree of Life was shot here in Smithville. And Richard Linklater's movie Bernie was shot here last year. But today we're here for the Smithville Jamboree, the annual event to celebrate spring and the beautifulness of this community. So come on, let's take a look at what the Jamboree is all about. Okay, here we are at Patricia Woofs' manufacturing facility here in Smithville, Texas. Now this is great. Now, Pat, you have some very, very unique type clothing, like this wonderful hat that I have and the wonderful hat that you have on. All right, well, let's see some of these gorgeous
Okay, well, here's a piece that is from our last year's spring collection. Here you go, young lady. All right, she's a cowgirl now.
That feels good.
Mm-hmm. There we go. Which is just, you know, kind of like, this is a little bit too small on you, but still lovely. There you go. Mm-hmm. Quite nice. And we have this in a longer length. Yeah, turn around and show the back. Look at this. Oh, yeah. Look at you, girl. You could do anything. This is a Japanese fur that's made from recycled plastic milk jugs.
Loving it.
That's a little vaquero look, kind of Spanish influence, you know, with a nice red skirt.
Why Smithville?
Well, we traveled the country, basically, in our earlier years, and came through Smithville several times between coasts, doing shows on either coast. At that time, we were strictly retail. And passed through this area, really liked it. And when our son, the youngest son, Zach, became old enough to go to school, he wanted to go to real school. We had been homeschooling our older boy. And so we decided to settle down, and we really liked this area. It was beautiful in the spring. We had met people here that we really liked and enjoyed. I had always wanted to live on a ranch or out in the country. I grew up in Philadelphia in a row house.
We're at the Train Museum here in Smithville, and I'm with Dina Lewis, who knows and has lived much of the history of the train when she grew up here in Smithville. And she's going to tell us a little bit about the museum and the influence that the train had on this community.
Yes, thank you. Thank you very much. We are very proud of our railroad heritage here in Smithville. Our town certainly was a community before the railroads came, but when the decision was made to have Smithville as a major terminal, we had a railroad rush, I'll call it. Instead of a gold rush, we'll call it a railroad rush. And much of our downtown was developed to serve the workers and the visitors who came through the railroad.
We see in the museum that you think are like icons, maybe like the depot.
Right. The community had 3 different depots, the last depot was this wonderful stucco tiled roof structure that became just really the heart of the business community here in Smithville. But behind that depot was a very important area, which was the repair and maintenance shops for the trains. And we had so many families that were supported through the work there in that area. We had the roundhouse, which people may have seen either in person or through books or films. And the trains were put in different bays to have the different repairs and maintenance done.
Here we are in front of the gingerbread pan. Now, what is our gingerbread's name?
His name is Smitty. We had an election, and that name was voted on by the citizens. This is the cookie sheet that we used to make the Guinness World Record gingerbread man in 2006. He weighed 1,300 pounds. He's 20 feet tall. And we were just so proud of it as an achievement in our community that we decided to make him into a permanent monument.
Well, Smitty is just wonderful, and what a great centerpiece for Smithville.
He dresses up for different holidays when the school starts. He wears his tiger stripes because we're the Smithville Tigers.
Sure.
He always has that hat on. So in August, he's pretty brave for wearing that wool hat. But pictures have been taken in front of him and sent all over the world.
That's great. I love Smitty.